Hey, hello everyone. Surprise little stream today. Hope everyone's having a good day. Was just playing around like on some other computer stuff and I needed a break. And I figured, hey, I have to do this today, keep up with the old event. And I was gonna stream tomorrow. Gonna do the event on a Sunday. But I got an invite to like a poker game that I felt like I wanted to go to. So I'm gonna go do the poker game. And so I may not probably won't be streaming tomorrow. So this will be like instead of tomorrow's stream, it's a day ahead. So if you come looking for a stream tomorrow, this is it. You're seeing the stream before the stream. So if some of you haven't actually ever played this particular event before, which I'm sure most of you probably have, it's been around for a few years now. This is like actually the original format of it. There's been some variations they've added with different sections doing the same thing, but the main thing in here is you go and you do the event. Doesn't take very long. You do some levels, and then at the end you get some currency. You get some participatory tokens for just coming and doing coming and doing it every day, which lets you to buy this stuff from the store. Probably, I mean, it could be argued. You could go with like companion upgrade tokens or mount upgrade tokens, like as the thing. There is glyphs of potency in here, but the interesting thing is, so a glyph of potency is probably only about 50k, I think it is, like 52 or something like that. So if you figure one of these boxes here actually gives you 50,000, um, buying like then just doing if you want these, it seems to be smarter to me to buy these. Like buy these box of astral diamonds at 4 each rather than bliss of potency at 10 each. And I don't know what these go for anymore, but I mean again, we should probably take a look. So let's see. Chanting stones, I'm kind of curious now. I mean, you can get those by farming, but let's see, enchanting stones. Let's just quickly see. Yeah, so you can get so they're like 12k each, like in this price here. But some real quantity, like 100 of them. It's still not going to be, so these are like 16,000 each. That's still not going to be anywhere close to just getting a box and then buying them from here. So just to be aware, like when you're, like I say, glyphs of potency, what would that be? Potency. What are they? I think they're legendary, maybe? Are they legendary? I think. Not gonna find anything. Glyph. So take off like one digit. So 39k. So again, much better deal just to get the chests of AD rather than going and buy that, rather than going to the other thing. Anyways, here we go. We're gonna go in.
It is never too late to turn back. Are you sure you wish to proceed?
Take me to hell. Hmm. Sign the book. Get our basically our seals. Seal like sell our soul. Where's the thingy, bobber? Where's the bonus? Oh, there it is off in the corner. Every round you're going to get a bonus. It's going to pop up somewhere on the thing. You can hold on to it. I find this... I only use them... I use them strategically. Like, this one all-in-one explosion thingy is okay. That's basically what this laser beam is. It's not really the best one, in my mind, even those... So I will hang on to it until I see what the next one is. That means that I will not use one this round. There we go. We got 40 seconds. Apparently they made this easier, I think, for lower players. There was it was doing too much damage, I think, for if they were dying too easily. I think if I remember correctly, second week was way harder than first week. Can't remember what exactly it was that I think it was like when they threw is the intermission. When they threw the bosses would throw up against the wall and just keep like throwing you up there over and over and over again. It made it where you couldn't even made it so you couldn't even like basically stand up and hit anything. You were just getting killed. Back in the day when you had lifesteal like going, you know, you were basically invulnerable. Alright, what do we got? Oh, we got a shield. Okay, so we're gonna gather all these things up. Oops. F. Grab the shield. Shield is much better. I like shields. Basically, it gives you, so it's not that one you drop, like it's a big circle and it damages everything in the circle, like a rain of fire. The shield kind of gives you basically like hit point buffs. Like kind of like a healer tank, or like an OP tank would, you know, heals with like a hit point bar above your hit point thing. Or if you've ever played in Tong, Demigorgon, like that first boss, he gives one. You know, there's those bonuses. One is like a shield, right? Same thing. If I could get shields this whole thing, it would be awesome, but it doesn't seem to work that way. So saving it up because these guys are not that hard still. We'll see what the next one is. The next one's a shield too. You know, we'll probably use this shield and then grab it. Seven seconds. This is the last grouping. And that's that. All right, so we got the people dancing again. Mm-hmm. Oh. I hit alt button there. Okay, what's the next bonus here? Coming up there. What is that? The boots? The boots of speed? No. Those suck. So I will skip the boots. Hold on to the shield. Have to be careful not to run it through them because it'll override it. We'll just keep the shield here. They now disappeared, the boots. Oh. We're not really, you can see from my damage bar, I'm not really taking a lot of damage, so. Not using, I mean, this is a time thing. So unless you want to get to the end fast, like, because you're just going to face more mobs. If you just clean them, if you clear them faster. There's no score that way. It's just about getting to the end. Like, lasting the time limit. You don't get any more coins or anything for doing it faster. There we go. So that's 3 of 5 now. 2 more to go.
Next round. Fight.
Okay. Fight. Alright. Keep an eye out for that bonus. See what it is. Oh, it's the heart. So I guess we'll use the shield. We'll grab the heart. Heart's always handy. I still think the shield's better. But you can see now, so my hit bar is all yellow now. So that's, I get a full, it's basically like double the hit points. I think it's more than that. But it only lasts, the buff only lasts for a little bit. It doesn't. This guy's annoying over there. Oh, there's a fire. Ah, there, the buff's gone now. So one of the things, I guess that hit the Neverwinter news the other day was, I guess they redid ETOS. So that's, I don't even know why they call it ETOS, because ETOS implies that it's epic. But it was called ETOS as a short form one day. But now it was just Temple of the Spider. But they now done they've created 2 new. There we go. So last round coming up. And I've got 2 versions of Temple of the Spider. A normal and a, I don't know, master, I guess they're calling them. A master. Oh, here we go. Round 5. Well, there's a big guy. Oh, there's a shield, so we'll use the health. It's going to be a waste. But because we didn't need to heal anything, but I like the shield that much. This makes a lot more sense, like when you get into different weeks, because the week 1 it's pretty easy, like the enemies. Week 2 it does go step up a little bit. Part of the goal is you want to get, because there's more rewards, different rewards in week 2. I showed you just the week 1 rewards, but you will get those just for participating each day. But there are, I can't remember if it's like a full 7 or a 5. That it moves on to different rewards. I think there was an extra round or something that it works like. The participation rewards have become more meaningful, like especially for newer players than they were in the past. All right, we got 19 seconds, so we'll use the buff. Like, what the hell? Why not use it, right? You got it. You got it. One second left. Clear the remaining enemies. It's finito. Hey, Andy. So you found it easier this time? I use a comp who takes aggro and I just stand back? What do you mean? You just, like, are you meaning that you just let the comp, like, you don't kill anything until, like, the timer's done? Is that what you're doing? Or are you actually, you know, it just means, like, it was just, hard. Like, key thing about this, like, it warps you up here at the top, and you have to clear it, otherwise you'll get caught. Stay close to comp so he just aggroes till he dies. Yeah, but then what? Like, I mean, I guess my point is, does it mean that you can AFK, essentially, and then just kill the stuff at the end? You don't have to kill it, like, you don't have to keep killing stuff, or it's just easier for you to kill stuff? And you're talking about first week or second week? Because first week is pretty easy. It's second week that gets a little challenging, right? So, like, these were first week awards here, like participation. Second week you get the challenge. Yeah, you do a few kills. Okay. So I don't know about you, Andy, but I figured that unless you're going for like comp or upgrade tokens, I think the box of Astral Diamonds is a better deal than doing glyph potency or enchanting stones. Because like these you can actually buy with these astral boxes for less than what these would imply that it would cost. Like, because I mean, you're going to get 100,000 out of 8 coins out of this, where this is only going to cost you, I think we looked it up, it's like 35,000 on the market right now. 52, I think, if you're buying it right out of the store with no discount. And then these are kind of like, these were in the teens, like under 20k each. Like, I want to say, so like, your best bet then is to do the rough astral diamonds. You may have to wait a little while to, because they're rough, to convert them, but the challenge, which would be second week, you know, you've got these different buffs. You got a legendary insignia choice pack, or like 10 press wards. Now, the legendary insignia pack used to be a deal, but I don't think that those are that much of a deal anymore. So I think that a lot of people are going with either press wards or this stuff. And then achievement, in the old days, like there was only this. You get so many tokens from Legacy also, but not by just not buying at the moment. Okay, yeah. The Golden Warhorse account was the first one, and it wasn't used to be account bound. It was just one character. Now it's account bound. You have the Beholder tank, which is also a compound now. So neither one are like outstanding mounts, but they're nice legendary mounts. But it takes 5 events. The other thing is you've got like I guess like it's a mythic companion. And this is also a mythic companion. And those are 5 events, or you just get either a bag of holding or a coalescent mode. So I'm not really sure at all on these anymore. I obviously did this one. I got this one already. I have both of these mounts. I have these on my characters already before they were available in here. I'm not sure. Like, so this one you're getting deflect and combat advantage. You get so many tokens from Legacy also, but just not buying at the moment. At the Old Earth Archon, total waste, so saving. What do you mean the Old Earth? What do you mean? Oh, the Earth Archon and the Companion. Oh, what do you mean you were thinking about upgrading it? Did you watch any of the streams with the new Temple of the Spider? I think maybe we should go try it, or see if we can run one of the existing ones. Run it here, because it's not here yet. I was finding yesterday it was just terrible trying to get into a dungeon queue unless I went like on a tank or something. Maybe I'll have to do that again. We'll give it like 5 minutes. No, the mythic comp in the thing is the old Archon. Oh, is it? But it's just so it's a different skin with the same powers. This one here, Aragonasi, is basically the same as the Earth Archon. Okay. I mean, for like a new player, this is a cheap upgrade to get a mythic companion. I mean, I would say that the Stoldorf is probably a better one because of the combat advantage. I'm not sure. Deflect and combat advantage, I guess that's not not a terrible one if it slots into the defensive slot. Because you're going to get combat advantage in your defensive slot too. I mean, that's not a terrible one. But they're definitely not a good summon companion. Neither. I noticed that you're the only one that's on pretty consistently, Andy. Is FaZe on much anymore? I know he logs in, and he changes like changes the note of the day once in a while. But is he on much? You're not seen him in ages? Okay. I'm asking for a specific reason. We were approached by another guild who's trying to, like, I guess, you know, who has similar, like another older guild that has a lot of similar, well, Hal, I'm just going to say it, right? So Dead Mano's guild, right? I'm sure you watch Dead Mano, or at least know him, right? Anyways, what he wants to do is he wants to like reform some of the older guilds that, you know, share the same general, I don't know, how should we say, like attitudes. So non-elitist, I guess, would be one of the biggest things. To sort of reformat and go into like go into an alliance. Because a lot, you know, I'm just not like, and the thing is, for me, it's difficult. Like, I mean, the way we structure, like, obviously there are a number of guilds like in our current alliance that are inactive. And what would you think about that? Because I mean, you're like I say, you're on almost every day still. So, what would be your general thought process on doing something like that? Obviously, you could just like leave the guild if you wanted to and go to another guild, but um, I guess this is a way of continue. You notice a lot have gone to splinter chat channels. What do you mean? They've created their own chat channels and like are just talking amongst themselves. Is that what you mean? Like you mean in-game channels, like Tank Heal and some of the other. You mean is that what you mean, right? Like Neverwinter legit or Tank Heal channel or something like that. Not you're talking about in-game, not necessarily like it versus the Alliance chat, right? Well, it's looking like I'm gonna have to go tank because that's five. I gave it 5 minutes and there's no pop. Okay. So what do you so you think that so for you and like I mean honestly like the most important thing is like for the people that are still actively playing on a regular basis, for you like leaving the current alliance we're in and going and joining like another alliance that wants to be active again would be a good thing for you. Now, are there any other guilds like in our current alliance that are like active that you like? I mean, the only one I can think of is Fair Dinkum. I don't even know how active that is right now. I know that Danny, who was the old Fair Dinkum leader, had said she checked in a little while ago and was not going to and doesn't see herself coming back. So none of the guilds are active. What am I? Oh, I wanted to do. No, I didn't want to do Dan. I wanted to do like a Temple of Spider. We're gonna film this thing, make sure that I have a relatively new copy of it. So none of the other guilds are really active at all for you. So I've got to get in touch with. So I got to get in touch with FaZe. I'm trying to remember where are we in the thing. We're at the bottom. So gray cloaks. If we left, it wouldn't make a difference. It would take you a while to move all alts. So I stay at the moment. What do you mean? Oh, you mean like if you were to go to another guild, you mean? Like and leave the alliance? That's sad, right? Like 3 minutes and you're in as a tank. Can't get in as a DPS. M5. What am I there running? I wanted, what I was like, so because there's the new Temple of the Spider, I want to get one more, I want to go in and run a demo, like, you know, my filming. I want to film like a, Temple of the Spider run, I think before the new one comes out. So I have a copy of the old one before the new one comes. So after that, well, no, this is not I'm not on preview, but I mean, I know that there's a new one, right, coming out. So I want to have a copy of the old one. I'm not gonna run the new one yet. I mean, the like, I'll wait for that to go live before I bother, before I try it. I'm not that much of a keener anymore. I want to play stuff when it's live. Add you to the old one. Okay, well, I got 4 or 5. Let me. You're a tank? Okay. Give me a second to like, if this doesn't, because I'm in the queue, 4 or 5 have accepted. If it doesn't pop in, then I'll do that. Because it's already popped twice, I'll just decline this time. Doesn't look promising. Yeah, there we go. Decline. All right. So I'll get out. I'm out of the queue. I'll switch. Um. Who knows if this will work better or worse? Maybe it was a healer that we didn't have. I don't know. I mean, I guess if I could go get my healer, then then we would pop in all right away. Oh, and I'm out of drinks. Oh, we'll have to. Oh, there it goes. Pop. Nice. All right, slash demo. Record. Recording. Who's that on the ground? That's not you, because you're saying that guy's saying Oyoto. What did he run in there like? Was he like a DPS or a tank, or what the hell was that deal? Why would you go down on that? Where'd you come from? Crash. Oh, are you crashed? Like you have to reboot to get in the dungeon? Are you, because it doesn't show you're out? Or that was you that went down? Oh, what? What is it with the standard bearer stuff? Does everyone like those now? They're going to be surprised when I show them my standard bearer. I'm going to whip it out. Somebody's playing the air guitar? They're that happy. Here we go. Well, that's the first baby boss. Oh, I should probably pump myself up. Pumped up. All pumped up now. That's kind of weird, but okay. Alright, thrown down. Oh, he's got the standard bearer down there? Then I won't bother with that, but let's do this, though. Alright, let's just throw it down now. Oh, we got the blessing. Oh, we got another ranger in here. I didn't even realize that. Alrighty then. Yeah, he's just like that standard thing is just going off all the time. Is that you, or is it, or we can still skip these guys? Okay. I'm down for the skippage. We're gonna get another healing one again? We're gonna get a damage one. I think that was a damage one. Oh no, healing. Oh, a Peridot. People really go for those chests now. The old toss. Double spider. Here we come. Oh, one. He drops that. Who drops that? They drop it all the time. This is where you want to drop it on this guy. There we go. We got the damage one, the curse now. Everyone's getting 15% more damage. That's what I'm talking about. He just melted that way. It was just too much. Too much damage for her. Hmm. Yeah. I guess I'm not going single target on this, right? So I'll just stay the way I am. Oh, they're jumping. Oh, we got the curse again. Extra 15% damage. We're getting the heal. We got the healing one now. Well, there we go. Slash demo record. Stop. We got it. Reroll. Reroll. Skybay Kobold. Okay. Green Scale Bowman. I guess it's just companion day for me. Shrell like Shrell in there is like pretty heavy on the emotes. I'm gonna go get myself a little refill of drink. So I will be immediately back. Just hang on a sec. Okay, I'm back. I wonder what that transition there is there. Thing. Okay. What are you up to? Well, that was my last temple. Really? Why is that it? Why do you say that, Andy? You're not like when's the do you have an idea when the next expansion is? When it's launching? I haven't heard anything. Although it should be close, right? I mean, I made predictions and I'm already wrong. I actually figured. Well, you already dropped out of the queue too. Are you done for the day? I made originally predictions that it would be sometime Like I thought it would be like November like 11th, but I'm actually thinking now it's might be later. But my original prediction was November 11th. But they already have so much stuff going on that day that I mean they have double professions going on. Hell Pit's running. So I would think it would be like maybe the Tuesday after Hell Pit is over. So Hell Pit's over 20, so the next would be 25th is what I'm thinking now. Then they have Masquerade of Liars too. Fuck. I mean, Masquerade of Liars is running. How long is it running till? Till no, is that October? No, November. Oh no, so maybe I was thinking. So it could be November 8th then. November 8th. Unless WoW, when did WoW say that their expansion's coming? Would Neverwinter dare to do their expansion on the same? You're just doing Pip plus the old Legacy and playing Murdo Exodus. What's Murdo Exodus? Oh, Metro. Okay. All right, so I'm going to then, I guess I'm switching back to tank. Or maybe I should do my, refine my astral diamonds, I guess, right? 6K. That's all I got out of that was 6K. Not gonna lie, that's a little disappointing. That's like not even, like that's a key. I guess that's the difference between running a random and just choosing the dungeon you want to run on. Right? Alright, so let's do a random then. Random advanced. You never noticed that, to be honest? I mean, I shouldn't. Like, I mean, I've got, like, I'm in, like, the tens of millions of ads, so it's just, I mean, I think about it only from the perspective of, like, a new player coming in. Like, how do I accumulate 80 to the point where, you know, they're in the same position as you, Andy? So, initially, like, there's a lot, like, to gain assets and stuff, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do, like, in the game, to play a game a certain way to get there, right? Once you get there, then it's really not much to maintain. You always have to remember, like, there are plenty of people in this game that stream that have no, like, want or need for particular things, right? They're only driven by, I don't know, I guess, the need to be able to conquer something new, right? And that's all there's left for them in the game. But there are other people that are just trying to, you know, they're new to the game. They're just trying to play and have fun and figure out how to get the stuff that they need to be able to do the stuff they want, not the stuff they need, right? So that's a tough. I mean, it's a tough edge to make the difference between need and want, right? It was a good view last night with Mini-Me and Friends stream. How do you mean? What do you mean a good view? You mean the fact that, like, they don't, like, none of those people need to really do anything in this game? Or, like, I think I peaked for, like, a split second. I was actually, I mean, I was hoping Aragon's stream was going to be better quality, honest. Like, he already cut his videos, like, first, second, third boss. And so I just peeked to see if there was, like, any significant changes. Obviously, all the bosses are different. But the quality of the stream was so poor, it was difficult. I don't know if that's like an internet thing for him or what it is, but I'm actually banned out of Mini-Me stream. So even when they make, even when they, I don't, I don't get along with any of those guys. Banned out of Galactics, banned out of Mini-Me's, and probably banned out of Northsides too. And so that's all Anna stuff. Imagine, like, I'm the most toxic guy in the game, but I got banned out of those guys' streams. Banned. Mini always has 100 viewers, basically. Okay. So even Rob came in. All right. So what? Like, so they're saying the game is saved now? Was that the? Was that the? Was that the overall perception of that particular game? You know, the game is saved. Everyone come back. Is that what they said? We've been wrong. We say, like, we've been wrong. We've been saying the game is dead for years now, but no, now the game, it's alive again. Everyone should come back and play. It's the best. The game is the best game now. Is that what they said? They have a hope it'll bring players back. How? I mean, not that I'm not that I wouldn't be. It wouldn't be nice that new players came to play the game, because that's really what the game needs. The game doesn't need, like, those players back. Like, to be fair, right, Andy? I mean, the game needs players. It doesn't need to bring back the old players. It needs players. Like, a lot of those old players were not very helpful to the game. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, the fact that, like, I mean, I don't know about the dungeon, or I don't know about the dungeon, or like the zone, or any of that stuff. But what I can say is, like, one of the things, like, there are system changes when the game did that made it difficult for the game, but when you really started to see a divide, like, in the player community, was when Tom came out, right? And the rings, and being able to sell the rings and stuff. So that created a divide that even people that could do the content refused to do the content because of the stuff that was. It's a tricky state, but if they bring PvP, I would love it more. Is there anything about PvP in the new thing? I mean, that's what I guess maybe I'm missing that piece there. Like, was that, I guess, with Rob coming in? Was that why there was PvP talk? Like, I know Mini-Me and them always talk about PvP, but... Oh, God. More people... There was... That's, like, Andy, that's perception. That's not reality. The PvP population, like in Neverwinter, was always less than 10% of the PvE like population. Even at its peak, the PvE population was only 10% of the PvP players. They may be the most vocal, like, group. They may be like some of the guys that are doing the elite dungeons or doing elite doing the endgame content, right? They may be a higher percentage of that, which was why like endgame content became so toxic. But that's they were never more than 10% of the population of a whole, and that goes the same for PvE elites too. PvE elites are never more than the 10% of the population either. The issue is the other 80%. Right? Which, you know, goes to where the argument has always been about, you know, the content and like who's testing the content and what the content's made for. Right? Is the content made for 80% of the population? Or like 10 or 20% of the population? Right? And when you only had like one version of a particular dungeon on release, that's what you ended up with, was you ended up them either having to retune it, nerf it, you know, not unnerf it, re-nerf it, you know, or leave it the same and only have a certain clearance. I mean, they're definitely watching the clearance rate on dungeons now. You need PvP in any game just as a sideline. I mean, you could tell me that PvP is important from a monetary standpoint, because PvP players have a tendency to spend more money, because they want to remain like in the meta, right? Because they're meta chasers. So, you know, whatever new companion or artifact or whatever is out, they need to have right away, and they're willing to pay for it, where other people will find other ways to not. That would be a legitimate statement that they would probably spend more, but not any more than like the elite PvE players would play necessarily. They're like a lot of their similarities. They have a lot of personality. We wait so long for content, so I played PvP, which was fun. Yeah, no. There's no question that there's a gap, like when it comes to content. There always has been. Depending on how seriously you pursue it, right? But again, that's an issue for end gamers than it is for. That's an issue for end gamers, right? Not necessarily for new people. But you know, one of the solutions is you just don't play the game. You don't play one game, right? I mean, I'm excited. Like, if there's been a change in philosophy within the company, since Embracers come in, that they're no longer considering this a part-time game, which, you know, has been the philosophy, like under Perfect World for, you know, a number of years, then, you know, that's interesting and exciting. But that would mean that there would have to be greater iteration of content or introduction of, you know, other systems like you're talking about. PvP would have to be reintroduced, but that also means like more content, right? Which means a lot more staff, which means more investment. And the question is, I don't know, like, I have not heard anything along those lines, but I'd be more than willing to hear it. But until like the company comes out and says stuff like that, I don't, you know, that would be difficult for me to, you know, change that. Everyone, and like, there's always suppositions every time like a new like module comes out. Like, is this the last module? You know, is this going to bring back players? Is this going to, you know, all these things. So, but I mean, up and like, you know, intrinsic, like, I mean, as the question is I just don't know. I'm not in a position. You would go to Icewind Dale, do Legacy, and think, oh, okay, I can smack some PvP while I'm here. Yeah, there's nobody doing that anymore, is there? Like, I've been up there a few times. I don't notice anybody really in particular running around doing PvP. Like, being even flagged. Unless by accident. Really? They just don't do the queues anymore. They just train there. What are they training for? That is like absolutely hilarious. What I'm gonna say, Andy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That is like one like hilarious piece of shit that you just said there. They go and they do PvP in the hope that one day PvP will be back. I'm gonna be honest with you. I played Neverwinter. I played New World, and the PvP in New World much more. It's much more exciting than Neverwinter PvP. What are these guys doing? I mean, some of the best PvP I've ever had, like in any game, was open world PvP in New World. I'm not gonna lie. It's fun. Never tried it? I mean, from a controls perspective, a lot of the control, like, you know, you can set it up, you can translate your entire keyboard, like, layout to New World from Neverwinter, and it would be fine. There's, you know, you would have to, there's a couple extra keys for some other stuff, but I mean, encounter powers and at wills, everything would be basically the same. Yeah, no. I'm not necessarily convincing you to do it. I mean, again, like if you were gonna like in that game, just like in Neverwinter, if you're gonna keep up in PvP, you basically got to be. It's not like you can do it part time. It's a full time thing, and I know that you have a lot of that you still love this game, and that you would have to basically leave this game. This game would have to shut down. Like they have to shut the servers down for you to actually go to another game. So I get that from you. But like I said, I mean, PvP was in New World was better than any of the PvP I ever played in Neverwinter. And I was here at the beginning when I was here at the beginning, like early days. I'm not gonna lie, like these two last bosses, like as a tank, they kind of suck. Because I'm like basically praying to God that there's a good healer on my team. And I don't really have much input into that. What is have you been watching any of the shows on TV? Like whatever it is, The Rings, like The Rings or like The Dragon or no way you're not into that? You're not into like you're not into TV or like you're just not into Dungeons and Dragons? I'm no time. Okay. What's going on with this Terriana person? Like why do they keep fucking dying? Oh, they went in here by themselves, I guess, or something. They got raffle stomped by these by the first three. I didn't really realize there's like two rangers in this thing. What is it like? A ranger's back in fashion? I mean, I'm not going to discourage that. That last ranger that we went with when I was in that dungeon with you, though, Andy, kind of sucked, right? Didn't he? Like he was like second best DPS was like 22 million, and he was like way behind that. You've not done like you haven't done dungeons in ages? It's actually gonna. I'm actually wondering when I mount switch. When my oh, you know what? I was doing Tong on my tank the other day, and I switched my mount for the last boss to eat the souls. That's why. I don't usually. I usually run with the lion here. Where are you? Eclipsed? I haven't really. So I'm only done like up to level. I'm only a level 50 Dragon Hunter on this character, and on my Ranger, I'm only like level 69 because I can't. Because nobody wants to do it. Or the people I've been doing it with now, like on the randoms, they get raffle stomped. And to be fair, like not very much of the gear that are in there is like, I mean, it's higher item level, but it's not significantly different or whatever than what I actually already have. Like some of it are just like upgraded versions of the same stuff I have. So, you know, obviously it would be slightly better, but I mean, unless you're going to be doing end game content, then there's not going to make that much of a difference. I mean, none of this stuff requires like high-end, because you're all scaled anyways, right? So higher item level doesn't help you. Exactly, lots are waiting for a new mod. Yeah. Well, I mean, part of that's the scaling, right? But I don't, like, I can't argue with that. You know, 1 gigawatt? That's alright. But that's okay. I mean, am I getting it now or not? Yeah, there we go. That's the problem with this shit, I guess. Takes ages to get set, but if you're slow, you'll never keep up. That's more of an issue with population, and then the willingness of people to get, when they get to the end, to go and do with other people, right? I mean, the thing is that unless you're having fun doing it, right? Like, so that's the crux of it, right? Like, people have to, like, to play this game, just to play, you want to have fun. So if you're not having fun, then you're just going to do it to get what you need and get the fuck out, or you're not going to bother doing it at all. So again, it comes back to fun. If you're not having fun, it's just not, you know, and that's the real crux of it, right? My argument has been for a number of mods now that you have to have fun. This game has to be fun. If it's not fun, there's nothing that's going to do that's going to save it. Exactly, they've taken the fun out of the game. I think the issue is that they have a. I think the larger. It's not. I mean, all of those things are like. I mean, the Dragon Hunts when it came out was fun, right? All of those things are like in an like a lot of the events, even doing these dungeons and stuff, are fun. So it's not the content inherently that isn't fun. It's the structure that they seem like driven to create like a sense of like time. You know what I mean? Like even when you look at the I'm trying to think about what mod it was, but you know, like so there was the mod with the actors and stuff that they brought in. What was it? Inquisition, like you know, do you know what I'm talking about, Andy? It's like the I'm trying to remember. Like, so you want to be an intern with them. That's okay. It was the one you want to be an intern with. Or anyone want to be an intern? Like, so you are like, is it Acquisitions Incorporated? Yeah, I think it is Acquisitions Incorporated. So like when they first came out with that, like the structure that they have for that now is actually fine. It's fun. Right? Like you do each of the quests once. If you want to, like, if there's some side quests like that, you know, from extra story context or like just pure entertainment to interact with the characters, that's fun. It's not that it's easier, Andy. It's just that like it's all the story required. The fact that you know they made it into like a complete module where you had to do like the same quests like each week over and over again for 6 weeks to get to the end. That's what took the fun out of it, right? Like that's why people hate it. Like that's why people that had to do that hated the mod so much. Right. And if they had literally if you know it had been released like similar to the way uh who was it who did like so there was that chapters thing to get down into the Underdark before with like the Dritz Duarden guy. I'm trying to remember his name. If it had done more like that where it was like one playthrough and like you're done, uh then that would have been much more palatable. People would have enjoyed it and thought it was fun each week, seeing what it was to play, like to interact with the characters and have that storyline, and then not tie it behind where there's thing where you know at the end of it you're gonna play this like mini bank heist. No, it doesn't. Not anymore. I mean, I guess I shouldn't really talk to you because you've done it, but I did it the other day. I leveled my rogue through it. It took like I don't know, maybe 6 hours, 8 hours of gameplay. It doesn't take that much long now. But I mean, back in the day. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what's changed largely. Like when you talk about players, people playing the game now. These guys are talking about. Fuck you. Oh, come on. Is there a guy hidden down there? I didn't even see that guy. Uh-oh. Elemental Evil is the worst boring crap in the game. You still got ults that can't Erish doing it. I can't, well, I mean, I can't deny that. It is really bad. I mean, it's way better than where it was when we first started it, when they first came out with that as a level, like, but yeah. I think they're just, I honestly, I think the thing is that they're so, I think the question is, like, at some point, I hope we haven't been, like, because that guy, I don't know. There's no question that it's pretty bad. I will pay for my ambition. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. That's what I'm saying. Oh, how dare I? That Terra guy is just dying. He was dying. He's dead now. I think it must be his first time in there. We got a peek at his stats, man. See what the hell his story is. Yeah, he's dead now, but he was dying pretty standard. Ugh. Oh my god. He's 59 and he was dying that much. He's got, I think it's artificial. He's still, How does he, like, he... Combat advantage is so low. He's, look at his crit strike. He just threw it all into power. His stats are a mess. That's literally what the problem is. So let's look at it. What he... Yeah, he had lower... I did more kills than him. I did 2 million more damage than him. How many deaths did he have? 5. Demo set. Who? Who's demo set? Him? No, he's still wearing, like, he's got a cloak of protector. Does he even have, like... Oh, he hasn't even got a full set running. He's got the cloak of the protector with a Mythalar belt. He's got the Mythalar fragment. What the fuck is this? Jewel of the North. He already is what? He's using Mythalar fragment, but he's got the wrong cloak on. Maximum Demigorgon's reach. He's got the artifact. That's the new artifact. Did you just get all the artifacts that are like buff? So if your rolls tank, you generate 15% more threat. If your rolls not tank, you generate 15% less threat. That doesn't. And the standard, 3% combat advantage. It says he's got 3, but why? But he's got Cloak of Protector on. Yeah, it's a mess, yeah. Like nothing. Like all the same on all 3 rolls there, pretty much. Well, I mean, it's not a surprise that, I mean, an OP... I mean, I'm not that much higher item level than him. I mean, basically, we're both skilled to the same. And I did 2 million more damage than him. That's just, bad. Well, we finished Rothe. Like, we have to wait for this next one. October 18th? Wait, I thought it was beginning, each one was a month. When is that? So that's like starting in... So that's starting in 18 days. Alright, so we ran like RAM Advance, so have you tried any of the new trials? I like the new trials. Like Andy, by the way. I actually thought they were both kind of fun. I think if I really had anything invested in them, I might be like, I mean, I ran into at least 2 fails, like, on the Tiamat. When I was running it, which was disappointing.
Welcome to the Shrine of the Gods.
No. So, no, like, not the new mod. The Crown of Caldegon trial, like, there's a normal one, and it's kind of fun. And, like, the Rise of Tiamat was kind of fun, too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they reworked, like, they reworked the Tiamat. So, I didn't try the Masters. But but seemingly both of the regular ones are fine. I didn't notice that. Have they changed some stuff over there? Like I'm seeing. Yeah, I've done normals only. Has that always been there? Like that flaming volcano in the distance there, the erupting mountain?
Welcome to the Shrine of the Gods.
I mean, I'm assuming that's like Mount Hot now, right? I guess it could have been there, but I just never looked over there. Too many trials at the moment, not enough dungeons. Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, they basically, I mean, for the most part, they ditched, what the fuck? They basically done, I mean, the last dungeon, they did a dungeon, but they didn't do a normal version of it. So, like, the last dungeon was, because you think about the last couple of years, so you had Crown of Keldagon, right? Crown of Keldagon, and then you had two of the dungeons that aren't available in the regular queues, right? Like one of them is the Sharndar one, and then the other one is from Avernus, Infernal Citadel, and whatever the Sharndar one was called. Well, I mean, populations-wise, it's difficult, like, to do trials these days. But the problem is that if you're going to cater to end game guys, right? Trials are actually probably, other than the requirements, like of the amount of people to play, they are easier to make. They're easier to make than because all it takes, because it's just one room, right? There's not a lot of, you don't have to do a lot of you don't have to do a lot of the other stuff, right? Because there's one room, you know, potentially one boss. Whereas like all the other with dungeon, you have to have, I mean, at least their format is 3 bosses. You recall Chris saying that? I mean, it maybe I don't remember specifically him saying that, but you had to go aggro that stuff, did you, buddy? That was your goal? Had to run over there? Was there a chest? There's a fucking chest over here. I should have just left your ass. It's strange, right? Like we said, like we went in here to pick this, to run it. And then we get this one as our dungeon. Like a random dungeon. I think we weren't the only one that was thinking that. Well, no, it's like, it's not teamwork. It's like, hey, I want this chest over here. I'm going to go aggro these ads and drag them back so that I can get the chest. It's like, I don't know what you're doing there, buddy. I mean, to be fair, like in the old days, we would explore every nook and cranny in this thing, right? But now it's like, you know, we want to go, like, what's back here? Oh, there's nothing back here. But they came over and they looked, see? Looky, looky, looky. What's he going? Where's the tank going? Bots? You really think so? Why would anybody be running bots these days in this game? Come on, seriously. That's just you're dreaming now, Andy. See, what are those guys doing over there? You shall not pass this bridge. Yeah, they followed me. I can stand here all day, boy. You just give me everything you got. Right? That's what I'm saying. Come on, I want to be in the corner. Move a little to the left, move a little to the right. I'm gonna shake my little booty. What? Come on, I'm gonna give him my face. Right here in my face. In my face. Get me in my face. I'm running in here. Alright, well. This guy does not want to turn away from me. Someone's using a little mushroom pet to do damage. Two guys are using hawks. Or those aren't even hawks, those are Fieras, aren't they? Did they do anything? Are they actually good now? I can't believe they are good. Oh, I got a Peridot out of that. Yeah, somebody was using a Myconid. Yeah. Oh my god. They're only doubling my damage? I'm thinking this last boss is gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. They must be new. In which case, I shouldn't be moaning them, because if they're new, then welcome to the game. Welcome to Neverwinter. It's okay that you're new. Maybe they're completion. Maybe they're legit players. Isn't it legit that says that you have to kill everything in the dungeon? You have to be a murder hobo to everything. You can't leave one thing undead. Like, you can't let anything continue to live in this environment once you pass through it. In which case, there should be like a fart command. Let's see here. Inspect. Oh, yeah, they're very new. The wizard's new. They're pretty new too, 28k. 55, he's not new. What the hell is his deal? I don't think the healer's new. Because the healer has been keeping me up, topped up. And I haven't really been using my shield at all. I have to say, it's a little bit more exciting, like, playing the DPS doing this, than it is, like, the tank. Alright, I'm gonna have to try a little bit now. Because I got all the aggro from all those guys, too. Push back a little bit. Get them in my sphere of influence. Alright, back to standing here. That is not right. What's not right? What's not right, Andy? What are you not liking? The time? What, the time that they're taking to kill it, or like the time that it's the time of the day that you're thinking it's too late? I don't know. What did you say? You got. I said you are tank, and then it got censored. I mean, I admit that I have like a pair of weapons that are helping with the healer too. I'm using like the elemental drown set. Oh, DPS. Oh, I'm tank and DPS? I don't know that I am really, but if there's a real DPS in here, like, if there's a real DPS in here, like, I'm not doing this. It's just, you have to remember, I'm using a Mythalar set. So, like, even my aggro is like, I'm hitting for, like, instead of 20 magnitude on the aggro at will, I'm hitting for 120. So that's... I don't have any of the aggro rings on anymore. I don't use those. The Mythalar Shard. A solo this place? Oh my god, that would not be... I haven't got enough. There's no way. We'd be here forever. I mean, these guys are still dull, even though they're... Like, even though, like, they're not doing a great amount of DPS, they're still doing, like, double my DPS. Well, no, see, there's a guy up to 18 now. I'm still at 8. Yeah, here we go. That slimy little blood. All right. So here we go. This is the tough one. So I remember still, if this is still working the same, I gotta cover one side, like take the beam. Like on the health side, I guess, right? Stop the green one, yeah. Hey, Dirter. How you doing? Oh, she did her little thingy bob change. Oh, what? Guy's dead already? I gotta get this green beam. There. I'll get you now, buddy. Hawkeye Pierce, that guy watches MASH. I'm doing okay. We're having a little fun time today. Get the green beam. You don't really want the red. Hawkeye Pierce just took the red in the face. Is Hawkeye Pierce disconnected? I don't know what he's doing there. New players, never done before? Oh, you think so? Could be. Oh, there's another dead guy. You gonna pick him up? What are we doing over there? I'm trying to see what they're doing. Well, they're all still in here. I'm a little bit dicey there for a second. I had to use my daily to heal myself. There we go. So yeah, so I did 13, this guy did 27. So there you go, just double my damage. And they did it basically, they split the total damage between each of them pretty much, right? I think there's a lot of people that don't I mean, the wizard was new. The wizard was new. They were all green. Can't turn down the 10,000 astral diamonds. Yeeks. There, we did our diet. We did our 100K for the day. Did so Dirter, did you hear that they're doing that Temple of the Spider is they redid it with new bosses for the new mod? So the speculation of it being of demo coming back, being part of Rothe Valley, untrue. You haven't looked into anything of the new mod? Oh. Well, I mean, I just spoiled it all for you then. Dandy was watching them do it last night. I will not have the pleasure until the mod actually launches. I will not go to a demo or to the testing. Demo linking to the Valley isn't a bad idea. I mean, that's what I kind of thought that they were going to do, right? I thought that they were going to, because they pulled demo out of the game, all the demo equipment is like through the roof now because you can't get the stuff. So I actually figured that they were going to bring back demo, right? Like rework it a little bit because they thought it was a little bit too difficult, I guess, the last time, and then bring it back. But I think what they're going to do is, but what it seems what they've done is they've reworked Temple of the Spider. They've created two versions of Temple of the Spider, so a master level and a other one, and a regular one. And then so who knows what demo? Maybe demo will come back because speculation is that they are going into the Underdark for the next mod. You not know what happened? The best players died like so fast. What do you mean? Are you talking about the new Temple of the Spider last night, Andy? Is that what you're talking about? Like that they were dying pretty quickly? Well, I think that like so my first inclination is that when I watched a little bit of Aragon's videos was that I'm assuming that Aragon was actually testing them like in the closed. So because he knew the mechanics and was, so I'm not sure if the group that he was with him in testing as well, potentially. But they ended up completing all three bosses yesterday. So Dirter does have a point. I mean, one of the things that, like, I think the little bit that I caught of Mini-Me's stream last night was that they were getting shots of like, they were taking shots of like 3 million damage, which I don't think he knows how to read the combat log. Because I mean, the bracket one is unmitigated, and then and the number before that is the actual damage. So they were still taking. So like I saw a 3 million hit on his screen. Saw a 3 million hit on his screen in the brackets, and then 300K like was the mitigated value. That's the way it works, right? Doesn't it, Jordan? It's been a while since I bothered caring, but I think bracketed damage is unmitigated. I mean, we could look, I think, in... We'll wait and never do it, maybe, anyway. I mean, it's like, I mean, that's the question, though, isn't it, though? Are you going, like, Oh, the other thing, Dirter, well, you're here, too. Like, you're in Fair Dinkum. Is there any activity in Fair Dinkum these days? Like, is Ali still playing and that stuff? Because I don't really see them. Or are they all, like, in separate their own little channels now? True. Because when I was looking through... The Area Black's still playing. You haven't done any since Voss?
Invoke your patron deity, and you shall be rewarded.
That's so... There's a rank 7, hasn't been on since 2018. You haven't done any major trials since Tong came out? Just too much effort? Hmm. And FD is not inactive, but also not busy. The reason I'm asking, like, Dirter a little bit is because I've been approached by Mano, like Dead Mano, to sort of pull the Grey Cloaks out and join, like, an alliance with them to try to get, like, a more active, like, I guess, alliance, like, of people that want to run stuff and they're not, like, they don't care about, like, item level or any of that stuff, just to help people. And, you know, obviously, like, every day I go on, when I play this game, I come on and there's, you know, maybe 12 people. I know, yeah, Andy's, like, on every day, so. Andy's one of the... Let's see here. Yeah, so there's somebody that's active there. 2022. So they're still logging in, but it's hard to say if they're active, right? Farlord still comes in, right? October, so Krausen was in. September, that's Farlord. That's Chase. August. You see 5 to 20 active in your FL, but most of them are in the Alliance, but not active in chat. Is it just that, so like the Alliance chats just died? Yeah, Turia and our Farlord are in there, yeah, occasionally. Yi is like, Yi's kind of a tough one to call because TE is actually like, he works for the company still. Is he the only guy in that guild now? Well, the first guy that's not Yi. both farming hunts and Valenhouse still? What's crazy. So 2020, 2020, 2021, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020, May of 2022, 2019, 2022, July, 2020, June of 2022, 2021. Yeah, this, so Caritas is basically dead. I fear that you can make about 2 to 3 guilds of people that logged out since 2021. I think that's being generous. Like I said, I think there's maybe only 15 to 20 people total that are active in the guilds. Like out of the whole alliance, out of 13 guilds now. I know that Order of the White Owl is dead. Like they basically, when we were thinking about, when we went over to New World, they were basically done with Neverwinter for the time being too. Wraithguard, obviously, same situation. Dragonarm was almost already dead anyways. Bloodguard, Mistaken Identity, I don't think anyone's logged in. Oh wait, Harry was in May. August for Dress. Like maybe they're just logging in to keep the guild now. Yeah, I doubt that. But yeah. 2021, 2021. Willow logged in June. And I'd say MI is dead too. Monsters of War. You speak to Lord and Turia. I mean, Far Lord and Turia mostly on the weekends. Yeah. Well, today is a weekend, isn't it? Today's Saturday. Should be a weekend. All right. So I guess I need to get. I guess I needed to get in touch with FaZe. That's kind of weird. Why is that sheet showing up like this? I just didn't want to like pull, like I just didn't want to pull the guild out and like have a bunch of people say, well, you know, I mean, we're talking to all these people and we need these contacts like in these other guilds. And people be upset, like, which is what used to happen all the time, but I guess now there's like so few people, it won't really matter all that much. And I'll just leave, we'll leave Black Cloaks alone. Andy has characters in both, so. Alright, I think that's what we'll do. And I guess for me, we'll call it a day today. Dirter, just so you know, tomorrow I will not be streaming. I took like some old high school buddies that I went to lunch with on the weekend, or like earlier on Thursday. We set up a poker game for Sunday afternoon. We normally play in the evening, but they're all old now, like me, and so they have kids and stuff to pick up. So they're picking up. So we're playing poker in the afternoon. I hope I do too. It'll be awesome. It's good to get back like to see people again. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. So have a good night, everybody. I will see you Monday at my regular time. And then for those, if anyone wants to watch this, they can definitely check it out on YouTube. The entire stream is on YouTube. But I will take it easy, everyone. We'll see you next time.